Ooh, fuck, his horse beefier, man. I'm fucking talking about John Jones, dude. Fucking John Jones finally pretty much admitted. I mean, he didn't outright say, yes, I'm ducking Tom Aspinall, but he essentially, if you read between the lines, admitted to ducking Tom Aspinall by referring to him as too much of a risk, which to me is a blatant admission of ducking the contender. There's all this talk of legacy and this and that, but first I want to show you the clip in question during an interview with Kevin Iole. Sweet old man interviewed John Jones, and John Jones had this to say.
And I know you're focused on that fight. If you defeat him, as you're a 6-1 favorite to win the fight, if you defeat him, will you defend your belt against Aspinall, who has the interim title?
More than likely not. I feel like Tom Aspinall is, I don't want to say nobody, but he just hasn't proven anything. He hasn't done anything.
Oh, is that right, John Jones? He hasn't proven anything. He hasn't done anything. The man blew his knee out and came back a year later, dude. I mean, like almost a year later on the dot, which you don't really see too often, and came back and looked better than ever. Killed Marcin Tybura, almost within a minute. Did the same thing to Sergey Pavlovich, and then did the same thing to Curtis Blades. How are we gonna say that he hasn't done anything? And just kind of writing him off as a whole, saying that he's a nobody without saying it. It's very strange to try and downplay Tom Aspinall when we can all see what is what, and that is that Tom Aspinall is the best heavyweight in the world, and the actual legacy fight for John Jones, considering that he's the interim champion in the division where John Jones is undisputed. So by definition, Tom Aspinall is the only fight that John Jones should be fighting right now, and picking and choosing a 42-year-old man for namesake is some bitch ass shit.
I understand that. I mean, he won his belt against Sergey. Sergey just got slaughtered by someone else. So it's just like,
wow, Sergey just got beaten by somebody else. Wow, he got slaughtered by somebody else. Does that somehow take away from the victory when many people were actually counting out Tom Aspinall and picking Pavlovich because Pavlovich looked like a world beater at the time? But no, he got slaughtered by somebody else. You know, it's not like fucking Stipe Miocic just got flatlined in one of the most brutal KOs in history or anything like that. Yeah, but fucking Pavlovich got slaughtered in his next fight. You know, fucking Tom Aspinall's a nobody. He's done nothing. What the fuck?
I'm not here to gamble someone else making a name off of me. I'm here to compete against the guys where when we look back, 10 years from now, it'd be like John Jones fought this guy and that guy and this legend and this champion and this champion. If there were,
what would be great for your legacy, John, is if it says, man, John Jones at the age of 37 or whatever he is, I think he's like 37, right? Fought the young, fast, like the fastest heavyweight we've ever seen, right? This top athlete, massive gargantuan heavyweight, boogeyman of heavyweight, right? And John Jones at the age of 37 conquered that. He conquered that young champion. That is the real legacy fight, not a 42-year-old Stipe who hasn't fought in 3 or 4 years since he was knocked out in one of, like I said, the most brutal KOs of all time. What's better for the legacy, right? And imagine if Shogun, Lyoto Machida, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, any of these guys had the same type of mentality going up against John Jones, a young ass when he was coming up, right? But they gave him the opportunity, and he rose to the occasion, although, well, I guess we'll never be able to see whether Tom will, because you have John Jones ducking his ass. Fuck!
Or to be a fight of a guy that's still on our UFC roster that would be not only financially worth it, but legacy worth it, it would be Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira and I, we both are 37.
Light heavyweight champ.
Yeah, we're both 37 years old.
Now, it's hard for me to disagree with that. That would be a massive fight. Of course it would, just considering that Alex, not John Jones. John Jones is not the biggest star in the sport right now. It is Alex Pereira, genuinely. So, of course, Alex Pereira against anyone is a big fight, but against a legend like John Jones, yes, I would watch that fight, and I would be excited for that fight, 100%. But it's still not the fight that makes the most sense. The one that makes the most sense for legacy is Aspinall, right? On your record, if you go ahead and beat Stipe, which you very well will, right? You know, it's going to say Stipe Miocic on your record, right? You're going to have a win over Stipe Miocic, but everyone is going to know that there's a major asterisk beside that win, and that is that he is a fucking 42-year-old man who's coming off of one of the most brutal KOs of all time.
And I think that fight would go much farther on my legacy than a young man who's cool today and maybe gone tomorrow. I remember a time when the whole world thought Johnny Walker was going to be the guy to beat me. And no disrespect for Johnny Walker, but I mean, we all have seen the way his career's played out.
Wait. So we're making comparisons to Johnny Walker, the one who beat Misha Serkinov and then was fraud checked by Corey Anderson. Corey fucking Anderson. This is the guy you're comparing Tom Aspinall with, the one who's taking out the elite heavyweights in the world, the most elite heavyweights in the world, within like a minute or just over a minute, time and time again. That's the guy, the one who's actually holding a belt and should be undisputed right now, right? He should very well be undisputed, but Jon Jones is holding up that undisputed strap with the help of Dana White, refusing to strip him despite not fighting for years. God damn it. But yeah, that comparison is a massive reach from Jon Jones, and just, I believe, sheds massive light on his desperation to really separate himself from Tom Aspinall when everyone knows that Tom is the one to beat Jon Jones. Jon knows it too, and that's why he's avoiding it. It's simple as.
You know, a lot of people are questioning why is Stipe getting this fight, because he hasn't won a fight in so long, and he hasn't fought in quite a long time. Is it because he is widely considered to be the greatest heavyweight of all time? Is that sort of in your thinking when you say, hey, Stipe is the guy I want to fight, that the reputation he has within the division that you now compete in?
Yeah, you know, I feel that it's unfortunate that we live in a world where one bad performance discredits a person so much.
Is it the bad performance, or is it the long layoff coupled with the disgusting knockout loss and the fact that he's 42? Okay, we've seen it done before. Right? We've seen Randy Couture, for example, come back and beat the younger guy, and that once again begs the question: why is Jon Jones unable to put himself in that same position? And he's not even that old to begin with, right? Like, for a heavyweight, we've seen guys perform way past the age of 37 and still do well at heavyweight. So Jon Jones is in no position to be acting like he's some old man, right? He's fighting at the division where it's very much permissible to be at the age that he is. Ooh.
You know, Stipe has beat everyone. I mean, Junior Dos Santos, Francis Ngannou, Daniel Cormier, some of the biggest names, you know, many champions he's defeated.
Yeah, he's defeated many champions, right? I'm not going to reiterate my same points that I've been making this whole time about those particular wins for Stipe being many moons ago. I won't, continue to sound like a broken record, right? I just won't do it. But at the same time, well, those fucking wins were many moons ago, and he was at a decent age. He wasn't exactly out of his prime, and now he's 42, coming off the most nasty knockout loss of his career and one of the nastiest knockouts that we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So, Jon Jones, what are you talking about there, buddy? As you can see on screen, there is a tweet that he has recently put out there. I feel like he's tweeted this exact same sentiment like 20-something times at the very least. He's constantly feeling the need to defend himself. It kind of sounds like this dude is maybe a little bit insecure about the fact that people are calling him a duck. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's getting to him a little bit, or it's already gotten to him, because he always feels the need to defend himself. But let's read through it here, man. As at this point in my career, every decision is rooted in purpose. The wording of that first sentence is a strange one, but let's just move on. My journey isn't dictated by hype or outside opinions. It's about crafting a legacy that speaks for itself, one step at a time. Well, you see, beating the young interim champion of your division would be the legacy win, but I've already said that. Okay, fuck. I'm here to do what's right for my career and my legacy. Like I said, that is right for your career and legacy, with a vision that's clear and unshakable. So his way or the highway. I will fight all the old men with good names so that I can continue to call myself the GOAT of the sport by beating old men, right? Fantastic. Focused, driven, and in complete control of myself. Control of yourself, eh? Maybe not in Vegas though. We can't really claim that, can we, Jon Jones? But because if you have complete control of yourself, then that is a massive admission of guilt. So, all the control of yourself, maybe not, right? But also maybe so. Maybe you are that bad of a person. The story continues, and it's unfolding exactly as I envisioned. I envisioned my legacy to finish with me knocking down all the old champions. Like, dude, fucking bring Fedor out of retirement, right? Get Dana to sign Fedor finally, and just beat his old ass too while you're at it, man. Like, why not, dude? Why not? It's a legacy win, right? It's all about names, apparently, right? Ooh, man, John Jones gets my blood boiling, but it's okay, dude. I just wanted to, watch over that Kevin Iole interview, read some tweets, and just get to the bottom of what John Jones is thinking. And to me, it seems clear as day that the dude is ducking Aspinall, but I will retract this statement. I won't take down the video, right? Because entertainment value at the end of the day. But if he does end up beating Stipe, God forbid he does that, and then does make a fight with Aspinall, right? Because I assume Aspinall will storm the cage and try and pressure him into it. So if that does happen, and he does end up fighting Aspinall, then I'll retract it all. But until then, John Jones is really putting his legacy into question with this blatant duck of the interim champion of his division. And it is some bullshit. I must say, it is some bullshit. It's cowardly. I mean, he's a fighter, right? He's one of the best fighters of all time at the end of the day. So, I mean, I'm not saying he is a cowardly human being, but I'm saying the blatant ducking is an act of cowardice, in my personal opinion, especially the way that he tries to go about tearing down Aspinall and everything that he's accomplished so far, and in such short time as well, right? All this shit that he's been doing it while John Jones has been on the sidelines and, getting into controversy after controversy, doing lines of blow and allegedly beating up his wife and scaring his children. So at the end of the day, man, Tom Aspinall's legacy speaks for itself. And the best part about it is I don't actually think that he needs to fight John Jones for his own legacy. But for me, John Jones needs to fight Tom Aspinall more than he needs to fight Stipe Miocic. So that is the beauty of it. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on John Jones being a bitch. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.